Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and to a new Slay and Shade. Today we're going to be talking about Thomas Halbert, and it's sad because I'm coming from being a former stan. I still really want to like him. It's just things are rubbing me the wrong way. If you're new to the Slay and Shade series, this is just me doing a below mediocre makeup look and just sharing my thoughts on people, brands, things like that. And yeah, so we're going to get right into it. Today I actually went in with the Fenty Beauty foundation. I haven't been liking this lately, and I still kind of don't, but this time I used the Laura Mercier foundation primer Radiance with it, and it's a little, I think it applied a little bit better than it normally does, but I'm still not really feeling it. I also went in with the BH Cosmetics concealer. And I set my eyes with Creme Brulee from Wet n Wild, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And I'm gonna go in today with the Androgyny palette from Jeffree Star. I think I'm gonna do a little Charm and maybe Poison, and then maybe Frosting. I have no idea. We'll see what happens. I feel like I'm so far away all the time. So, okay, Thomas Halbert, one of my favorite YouTubers, beauty gurus. He has let me down once again. So, when I found him, I thought that he was like just so awesome. Like, this is not, you know, a typical beauty guru, you know? And I don't know, I just thought he was funny. His sarcastic, you know, like rude kind of like attitude, I really liked. This is a little bit too big. I think I'm gonna take a smaller BH brush. Most of the brushes I'm gonna use are from BH Cosmetics and some from Real Techniques. Maybe this one will work out for me here. So I thought he was like really great. I didn't really have like too many issues with him. I mean, he was always like so funny in videos, and I liked how he would kind of like expose like beauty guru stuff and everything. But a video that he did not too long ago where he kept mentioning how much his car costs, people had a little bit of a problem with it, and he kind of like lashed out on Twitter. So I did a video, it was just like a rant in PJ pants. And just kind of explained to him, I think, why people took that video in such a like weird way, because there's a way to like show off your success and everything without acting like you're looking down on everybody else. You know, like we're all peasants or something. And so oh, I want to put my powder on. Today I'm actually going to use the Dermablend powder. I like the RCMA powder way better, but this is the one I have down here. So I'm not sure how much fallout I'm gonna get from this palette. Usually it's not too bad, but just in case, since I'm gonna be working with like kind of a teal color. So anyway, so I did this video and I talked about, you know, how much I like him, how great he is, how, you know, some things just kind of like rubbed people the wrong way. There's a way to be successful and kind of flex or whatever, because that's like so popular to do without, you know, coming across like you are better than everybody else. And in that video, you know, I talked about how I want him to be successful. You know, it's not like when people have a negative reaction to something, it's not because they're jealous or they hate you. They just want you to be like the best version of yourself, you know? And I thought that he was coming off like a little, you know, arrogant and stuff. And so I mentioned that in my video, and sometimes he kind of flippantly talks about like his body dysmorphia. And I had mentioned also in that video that it would be great if he did a video about that, like give us some real you know, because I think that when he sort of like says it in like this satirical kind of way, it's just the way that like he deals with it. But I think it would be great, you know, since he has like a pretty big following and a young following, that might be something that could help, some people. And so after that video, I saw that Thomas had tweeted, like, I'm sorry for, kind of like coming off like in this way. And, sometimes, things happen so fast, getting brand deals or having all these, subscribers and being popular, and it can kind of like get to your head. But, like, I'm the same person. I never want you guys to think, that I'm going to be changing and all this stuff. And I thought that was awesome. Then I saw him tweet like a poll and asking if people would like to see him do a video on like his eating disorders and things like that. And I was like, wait a minute, because this was like a few hours after I posted my video. I'm like, there's no way that he saw it. Like, there's no way, right? I mean, this is Thomas. Like, I'm sure that he did not see my video. Well, he did in fact see my video, and I have the screenshots still to back it up. But I had gotten like some DMs and stuff from people that were like, I agree with you. Like, I really like Thomas like so much, and I just hope that, he doesn't turn into like being like all of these other, gurus and kind of like forgetting about like his roots, stuff like that. And so I said, I think somebody like tagged him and said like, did you see this video, or like something like that? And I was like, oh my God, please do not like block me. I don't want to be blocked. I really love you. I just was, sharing my opinions, and please don't block me. And he said, I'm not going to block you because you were being constructive and not rude. And I was like, oh man, that's like awesome, because I thought for sure he was going to block me because he does that often to people. So I'm like, well, who am I? He'll definitely block me. So I was pleasantly surprised. I was like, great, this is awesome. So, yeah, like everything was cool, and I was happy that like he didn't hate me because of that. And then we found out a little tea about a giveaway that he had. Gadget Beat 30 released a video talking about giveaways and how she had won one of Thomas's giveaways, and she never received her stuff. And, people at first were like, oh, she just wants clout. It's like, not everybody that makes videos on YouTube is trying to get famous. Some people just like to do it as a hobby, and some people really want to like speak up for like smaller channels and just for people that get shit on by big creators or get taken advantage of, and it's coming from a good place. And I watched her video. I was like, oh no, because that made me really sad about Thomas, And then, she showed all the screenshots. It picked up, in popularity. People were sharing it and tweeting about it and talking about it and asking him questions about it. And that's where I started to have a problem with Thomas again, which I know, I know people like make mistakes and stuff. And his attitude to me was a mistake. And now with this, after that happened, like the way that he spoke about her, acting like she was just some crazy bitch that wanted attention, that really pissed me off. She had uploaded a video and showed like all of the screenshots in order. And he did a video, and that video on Periscope, that really kind of bothered me, because he said that he didn't watch the video, but then he said that she was acting aggressive and angry and stuff. And I'm like, wait, well, you didn't watch the video, right? So clearly he did. And her being a person of color, I think him calling her aggressive, to me anyway, I took it as him like perpetuating that stereotype of some angry black woman. And I did not like that shit. That was the part that bothered me the most. And the fact that he just straight up lied, because in those screenshots you could see where he said, yep, I sent it out. And then like a week or two later, he's like, oh no, I forgot. Like, I'm going to go to the post office today or something. And, what's crazy is like, in that, so no matter what, he did lie to her. He did say that he sent it when he didn't send it. So he did lie. what he could have done was just say, like, I got busy, like, whatever, but he tried to pull the same shit that Jackie Ina did, like, talking about how, oh, she was, like, harassing me and, like, all this shit. Meanwhile, she was getting ready to move to a different state and was like, I live, like, in the hood and somebody might take my package. Like, hey, can I get a tracking number? Hey, I'm at my new place now. If it gets sent to the old place, I can have it sent to me here. Can I just have, like, the tracking info? None of that is harassment. I'm sorry. These people just can't own their shit. That is not harassment. She wasn't constantly like trying to, like constantly after you. She wasn't constantly saying shit. She wasn't calling you aggressive or irrelevant or angry or whatever. It wasn't harassment. She's just like, yo, where's the tracking number? Like, I don't know why these gurus think that that equals harassment. So, she pretty much exposed his ass and he did not like it. And when he took to Periscope, like, I just was like so disappointed in his behavior, his attitude, I was sad. I'm just like, why don't you just say you got busy or you forgot about it? He also said that he was going to have like his boyfriend had taken him to the post office, but for some reason he couldn't send it because at first he said he wrote the address wrong. Then he said that she kept giving him different addresses. There were a few different versions of it, but that he had a receipt from the post office that when his boyfriend got home, he was going to provide. I never saw it. If you saw it, let me know, because I never did. And, that was really sort of one of, like, the big, like, breaking points for me, and being a super fan of his was just the way that he acted about that. And then he acted like he was sorry for, like, a minute. Then he's making jokes like, oh, I think I'm gonna do a giveaway. Like, it's not funny that somebody liked you so much and was so excited to win something that not everybody can afford. And then he acted like he gave it to somebody else, but then she pointed out that he was using some of that shit in other videos. So it didn't seem like he sent it to anybody. And we've never had anybody come forward like, I'm the one, that got this stuff. So it's just disheartening because I know that he's young. It's not like I hate him. I don't hate anybody. I haven't like written him off or anything. This is just where I bitch about things. And I just really wish that he would have handled that in a better way. Then I made, like a video on that, and I don't know if I tagged him in the video or if like he watched some of the videos that like people made about it or what. But he ended up blocking me. And I was just like, no, Thomas, because I would still like to follow him, and kind of keep up with him, like see how he's progressing as a person, watch his success, even if I don't necessarily, want to be a part of that fandom because I'm upset with him. Like, it would still be nice to be able to like follow him and stuff. So I was upset that I was blocked. I was like, damn it, And he, around like that time, I think it was around that time, maybe like right before he blocked me or right after, he posted a video like saying that he was basically exposing himself. And I thought, finally he's going to admit to like some of this shit. I'm going in with like Too-Faced glitter glue crap. I'm trying to get like use up as much of this as I can. I don't want to get rid of it because it's gonna expire in like a month and then I will throw it away. But until then, I just figure I might as well get some use out of it. So anyway, so he comes out with this video and he says that he's like going to be exposing himself basically. And I was like, oh man, this is going to be great. Maybe he's going to talk about like life things, his issues with eating disorders and stuff. No, it was like one big commercial for beauty gurus that get like free cosmetic work done. It was awful. Like I was so upset with that video. I was like, there's nothing in this video. This isn't him exposing himself, you know? And he kind of cracked jokes and made it out to seem like it wasn't a big deal about the whole giveaway thing anyway. So when I had a little bit of hope that he was going to like own his shit and be like a decent person, then he went and did that. So I'm going in with that frosting shade, by the way. One of my favorite shimmers. You don't even need like a base like this for it, but I really wanted it to kind of pop. So that was another thing that bothered me. You know, every time, Thomas, every time I'm starting to like feel like, I can respect him again, he goes and he does shit like that. Another thing that I don't really care for is like when he doesn't get a lot of views on a video, he tends to like go on these like little tantrums on Twitter, like it's everybody's fault and why aren't you watching my video, and like guilting his subscribers into watching stuff. And I think it's like sometimes the time that he uploads and depending on like who else has uploaded, I'm going in with that charm color underneath. And sometimes I just think it's the plain old like content that people may not be into. Like, how many videos have we seen of beauty gurus trying luxury makeup? You know, like, who cares? I will say this though, he did totally start that trend of copying people's like makeup tutorials. I know that whole beauty.mom thing was like, oh, we did this, but he made it trend, you know, and that was awesome. And he got a lot of followers from that, you know, and maybe some of those followers like just aren't that into his other like content now. I don't know. Now I'm going to go in with this poison shade again underneath here, as close to the lash line as I can. So I'm going to use another brush for sure, and maybe use this mirror here so that I can actually see. So I feel like, you know, he does sort of have this entitled attitude, but he's young, you know, and I get that. And I don't like hate on him for that. It's just that, you know, if somebody has something negative to say, it's always, oh, they're jealous and they're haters. Or he has to say like, yeah, but who got brand deals? Or, you know, I'm living my life. Like, what are you doing? I made this much, you know, my car is this much. What are you doing? You know, and it just kind of rubs me the wrong way, because, you know, you're kind of insinuating that just because a person doesn't have as much money as you do or as much popularity, that like their life must be shit. You know what I mean? And that's just not the case. And that's a lot of the reason why he's been rubbing me the wrong way. But like I said, every time I'm ready to like just be done with him, he'll end up like doing something that makes me like him again, but then something that makes me question, you know, whether I should support him or not. So it goes back and forth a lot, which I don't know, I feel so bad because I like him, but I don't like him right now. That's like the best way to put it. I just don't like how he is right now. I'm gonna go in, I think, with a little bit of sugar. That's been kind of like my go-to brow highlight. So what do you guys think of Thomas? You guys are gonna have to let me know, because like I said, I don't hate him. I feel like, you know, the fact that he's been through like depression and anxiety and has had like an eating disorder issue, you know, just personal things that a lot of kids and just people in general can relate to. It would be nice to see him like use his platform to kind of express, you know, share some of those things with people, just kind of like see like the real him, you know? So sometimes when I feel like he's kind of being cunty, I'm like, well, you know, maybe he has a lot of things going on that we don't know about, but then we don't know about them because he doesn't talk about them. And in the one video where we thought that he would, he was just advertising some doctor, you know? I'm going in with the Kokie Cosmetic Mascara. I'm sure that will end up on my eyelid like it usually does. I already went in with the Smashbox like bronzer, so I'm gonna just go into the BH Cosmetics Glamorous Blush palette like I normally do because it is my favorite. And I'm gonna go in with like this sort of like orangey, like peachy kind of color here. These are pretty pigmented, so I don't want to overdo it. So, I mean, as much as I want to support him, I mean, it's like, it's not like I wish that it's not like I hope like his channel dies or anything like crazy, you know, like I still respect him as a creator. But when you treat people that way, and when you like go on all these like Twitter rants and you kind of, you know, make it out to seem like you are better than other people, you know, and you have a pattern of it, it's hard. It's hard to support somebody. I'm going to go in with the Wet n Wild Blossom Glow. Why am I showing you that? Here it is here, the highlighter. What brush to use? So, I mean, I don't know. You guys are going to have to let me know what you think. I hope that he becomes like the old kind of funny Thomas, you know, again, because I miss him. I'm taking a very old Sonia Kashuk brush, little tulip brush. I love these highlighters from Wet n Wild. This is a little more pink than I wanted it to be, but it's not too bad. And I mean, I think that like too, like his content has just been kind of basic. Like it used to be kind of exciting to see, you know, what he was going to post next. And I know it's probably, you know, because he has such a big following, it's probably like a lot of pressure to come out with things, you know, that are different and unique and everything. But like trying on $1,000 worth of makeup, like nobody cares. I mean, maybe some of you guys do, but it's like every beauty guru has that kind of video. So there's nothing really exciting and like cool shady about his channel right now that like gets me, you know, pumped. I'm going to try this Christmas cookie shade from Jeffree Star. I don't think I have ever used this. I got this when I got the Thirsty palette. I do rather like it though. It's a nice nude. Here is the look. I don't know, it's a little too much, but it was fun. I went in with the Master Fix from Maybelline. So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much how I feel about Thomas. I think that he could do so much more and be more, and like more of a positive sort of influence in the community. I love his sarcasm. I like his attitude when it's like actual shade and not like talking shit or not like putting people down or like making them feel like they are less than you are, you know? And I wish that he would unblock me so that I could like watch his career flourish or, you know, see what he's doing or watch him like progress as a person, you know, but I'll just be sitting here from afar. Maybe people will send me some screenshots sometimes. But yeah, so that's how I feel about him. I don't hate anybody. I don't hate him. He's just been rubbing me the wrong way lately. And this is why. So you guys let me know what you think down below. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing. Follow me on Twitter if you want to. And I will see you guys in the next video. Love and hugs. Bye.